Centenary celebrations continued with a parade of 100 Argyle legends at Home Park, led by sprightly 89-year-old Marcus Murphy. It certainly brought the memories flooding back, and although some of the younger supporters may not have heard all the names before, it was a fantastic reminder of the club's proud history.
When I played, I used to get to the ground about 12:15 and just look at my shirt and think, well, I was going to put it on. That's how I felt about football and still do.
Scoring 5 goals against Charlton one Christmas Day. I think it was either Christmas Day or Boxing Day. And we won 6-4 and I scored 5 of the goals. That was quite a memory.
Because when you think of it, it was 51 years ago I left here, and the people you're not old enough to know you, but they're shaking hands with you and wishing you all the best. It's wonderful, it really is.
I've been here a long time. The fans are absolutely brilliant. They don't forget the footballers. As you can see with everyone that walked out today, they were absolutely brilliant. Superbly sexy, not just for myself, but for everyone that was here.
I remember beating Newcastle 4-2, and that was a good thing. And Raymond Bowden came over before the kick-off and shook hands with me. That was my first game. And we beat them 4-2 Newcastle.
Well, after their appearance, the 100 Argyle legends saw a frustrating afternoon for their former team against Wrexham. Martin Dean, our commentator.
Well, plenty of nostalgia in the area here at Home Park, with those stars from the last 100 years being paraded before the crowd before kick-off. But now it's time to concentrate on the future. Just 8 games to go, and Plymouth Argyle within touching distance of crowning their centenary season with a place in Division 1. They make just the one change from the side which drew at Luton last Saturday. Ian Stonebridge is recalled to the starting lineup at the expense of Tony Capaldi, who, despite being called into the Northern Ireland squad in midweek, drops to the bench. Well, promotion may not be won or lost this afternoon, but having reached the stage where neither of these two teams can really afford a slip, it'll be an interesting contest, that's for sure. Overcast afternoon here at Home Park, but very little in the way of breeze, and conditions just about perfect for football. So running through the middle. Can't stay down. Argyle players just gesturing towards the referee's assistant then. Llewellyn is in again, and again the flag was down. And that time he was close. Well, that was a good cross in from Darren Ferguson. Llewellyn had got away from the defenders again. Just needed a touch. He wasn't very far away. This is Connolly. Trio doing well to find David Norris. Now Michael Evans. Norris has kept it in play, but only momentarily. Paul Edwards in with a strong challenge. Connolly. Trying to pick out Nathan Lowndes. Ferguson didn't control it particularly well. Evans through 4 Lowndes. He's managed to get the shot away on the turn. It wasn't too far away either. Well, Nathan Lowndes managing to create something then. Had to find space to turn. The shot wasn't too far wide. I think in fairness that Mike Ingham probably had it covered. Towards Evans and Nathan Lowndes. Craig Morgan will have to be quick. This is Lowndes! Oh, and it's just gone wide. Well, he seemed to have done everything right then, Nathan Lowndes. And he'll be disappointed not to have found the target. Craig Morgan under pressure all the time. Lowndes got in there ahead of him. A little flick. Oh, that's just agonisingly wide. Gilbert with the long ball. One for Evans to chase this time. Did enough to force Steve Roberts to concede the corner. Roberts just shaking his head a little. He's disappointed with that, I think. Paul Watton looking to swing the ball in. David Freo is in there. Ingham only got a hand on it. Norris, should have done better. He had time and he had space then, David Norris. And he'll be disappointed with that. Good corner from Paul Watton. Ingham flapped it a little. It fell invitingly for David Norris. Maybe he didn't realise just how much time he had. Really just snatching at the shot then. That really was a golden opportunity. Chris Llewellyn. He's got Edwards on this near side. Running and Armstrong in the middle now. If Edwards can deliver a cross here. Well, making life difficult. Armstrong just getting a foot to it, but it wasn't really a solid strike. And it's possibly the best opportunity that Wrexham have had in this first half. Edwards getting the cross in. Came for Chris Armstrong, and he rather flapped at it, didn't he? Not one of his better efforts. Evans beaten in the air, but the ball is dropped for Freo. Now Evans looking to get the cross in early towards Lowndes. Just stole half a yard on Dennis Lawrence then. Good early opportunity at the start of this second half for Argyle. Evans for once getting a chance to run with the ball. It was a good cross. And Lowndes in there ahead of Dennis Lawrence. Not too far over the top. Norris forward for Evans. Oh, it's a bad first touch from Steve Adams again. Freo has won it back. Looking to go round the outside, he was checked into touch then. Now, this could be interesting. Craig Morgan has already been booked. And that will be a second yellow, and he's off. Well, Craig Morgan, big disappointment for him. It was an innocuous sort of a challenge. He just took David Freo out. It was cynical, if you like, but he's already had a yellow card, and you can't afford to do that when you've already been booked. So Wrexham down to 10. Now Paul Watton will take the free kick. Will make Wrexham pay. In towards Michael Evans, who got in the header. It was an absolutely top draw save then from Mike Ingham. Well, a good free kick again from Paul Watton. Evans stretching for it, got the header this time, and Ingham doing very, very well indeed. This is Gilbert striding forward. Norris up just ahead of him. Right in towards Stonebridge. Now Freo does try the shot this time. It wasn't too far away either. Well, he's been looking for the opportunity to do that, David Freo. This time the space was there. Hasn't scored since January the 24th. Well, some of the familiar and not so familiar faces from the past 100 years. Many of the stars who were parading on the pitch before this game. Less than 5 minutes remaining. Lee Hodges looking to swing the corner in towards the near post. Keith got a touch. That was as close as they've come. And Marino Keith can hardly believe that one went wide. Good delivery this time from Lee Hodges. Keith up at the near post, just got a little touch to it. Paul Connolly on the far post. Just have deflected it in on a better day. Back for Watton. Now Connolly. Phillips. And to deliver the ball in towards Evans, and Ingham coming out with a good punch. Lee Hodges trying to get the shot back in, and well, Ingham was stranded. And the look from Lee Hodges says it all, really. Good cross in from Martin Phillips. Ingham with the punch. Came from Lee Hodges, and well, could have gone anywhere. Hodges has won it back. Evans surrounded by red shirts. Crunching tackle by Ferguson on Gilbert, and now this could be a second sending off. He's already had a yellow card, Darren Ferguson, and Wrexham are going to end the game with 9 men. Well, it was a bad challenge, born of frustration more than anything else. That's a yellow card offence, and Darren Ferguson, having got himself stupidly booked earlier on his way to the dressing room, may not matter in the context of this game too much. We are into the final minute of stoppage time, but it will mean a suspension and the important run-in for Wrexham.
People always say about pressure at the top and pressure at the bottom, but it doesn't make any difference. I mean, everybody felt it out here today. The other teams are all finding it difficult to string consecutive wins together. Bristol are finding it tough at the minute to get any points on the board. So I think it's going to be edgy and very tight right to the death.
everybody obviously will look upon it as 2 points dropped in some ways, but you are a point nearer now, particularly with Bristol City losing, aren't you?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, like I said before, that a point today was a fair result. That's the way that we'll look on it. Whatever else happened is out of our hands, but we're a point nearer where we want to be.
They might be disappointed to miss out on all 3 points, but with Bristol City losing again and QPR held to a draw, Argyle's automatic promotion chances are now even better.